Hi, Sugar. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much for being willing to have a little chat with me today and let you know some things about yourself. So, to start off with, could we find out where you were born and grew up?
Burnaby General. Burnaby, lived in Burnaby my whole life. I've gone to a few other places to live, like Whistler, California, San Francisco, and Seattle.
And you traveled all around? Your parents moved all over the place? Is that what happened?
No. My parents always stayed in Burnaby.
And you just went?
Yes. Me and my dog.
You and your what? Your hog?
My dog, Megan.
Your dog? Yeah. Sorry. Your hog, your motorcycle or something.
Well, I used to race motorcycles too.
Oh, you raced them? Wow. Okay, so you and your dog just traveled around a lot. And what kind of things did you do?
Oh, no, I'd meet someone and they'd live, this guy lived in California and he was a doctor. And after 3 weeks of knowing him, he says, why don't you just pack your shit and come move in? We did, Magnus and I was living in my own place and we packed up and moved to California. It was awesome. It was really, really cool, really different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how long, and so you had a pretty good life there?
I did. He was a doctor, so I mean, I don't need to say too much more about that in California.
And did you guys get like married or something? Or, okay. And then what happened? Like, how long did you stay out there, and that marriage continued?
Yeah, it continued, but there was a lot of sneakiness going on and stuff. And but I loved having a motorcycle and riding around and having sunshine all the time, and it was a pretty good life, and I was healthy, and I was the doctor's assistant. I was the receptionist, I guess. And so we were together quite a bit, and we were boating all the time. It was a good life. It was a really good life.
Good.
Yeah, I didn't do drugs or drink anything. Not because it wasn't allowed. We just had so much other things to do. So, yeah.
And then at one point, some drugs came into your life?
Well, I left there.
Okay.
Came back, and what happened? I started dating a drug dealer, and then I started doing hard drugs. And we went to jail separately, obviously. And
because you were caught dealing or something like that?
No, because we did all the drugs, and we managed to rob some banks to get money to pay for the drugs that we stole.
Okay, from living the wife of a doctor in California to robbing banks and such.
Yeah. Now, a few years ago, or 2 years ago, I was back at my parents' house, and I was doing a CSO for construction. I was a CSO for construction.
Okay.
And I started using a bit, and so I went into treatment. Pacific Treatment Center, and when I completed it, they got me a place at Grace Mansion by
yeah, it's close by here. Right?
Yeah, Salvation Army.
Yeah.
And I got an apartment, and it was so nice, and it was all mine, and yeah, it was great. So after I went to treatment and I went into the apartment, they kicked me out and gave me 13 days to find a place. And with such short time, I never did find a place. So now I'm homeless.
Was that fairly recent?
That was 2 years ago.
Okay.
And it's because that I couldn't stay clean. And
have you been going into treatment, or has it been a struggle?
I am not going back into treatment.
Okay.
I do want to get clean. I'm going to do it other ways. But that just really threw me off and turned me off of treatment, really. Okay. And I'm shocked that they put me where they did, where there was drug dealers and everything.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And there was a drug dealer at the door when I was moving in.
Okay.
So, yeah.
But as far as now, this is where you stay here nights at this shelter?
Yeah. I learned lots of lessons, and it's as for life, it's been a good life, pretty much. But because there's lessons that I've needed to learn my whole life that I couldn't have learned unless I learned them here. And I got bullied my whole life, my whole stinking life. So bad.
In like school and.
I'm talking about from grade 2.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember, I lived with my family in Kelowna. I can remember kids in grade 8 pulling my pants down and spanking me with a stick, and I couldn't do or say anything.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow. And so that just continued bullying over the years, and then, well, eventually then you would have the California years with the doctor, and that was a nicer stretch without bullying, maybe.
Yeah.
And what would you like to see for your future?
My future, I want to get clean. I want to get the heck out of here. I'd like to move in to an apartment with a friend from here or somewhere else, someone that I can trust, and someone who also wants to get clean, right? And I want to get back to my CSO job.
Okay.
I love working so much.
All right. So you have hopes for that?
Oh, that's happening. So
yeah. Okay. Good. Good. You're on your way then. And, but going back to your childhood, would you say that you had a pretty good childhood?
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay. You had good parents, and you have some siblings?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. You just happened to get a little bit into using some substances, and that became a bit of the thing that got you off track.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I really hope that you said you're gonna pull yourself out of this and be on your way to back to your job and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you so much for telling me all this. I hope everything works out great for you soon.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.